watching Force 13's live streaming service.
This is Force 13's Australia Oceania channel. We'll be covering the severe thunderstorm activity impacting the northern rivers of New South Wales, southeast Queensland and other parts of the state. This is a live streaming webcam at the mouth of the Tweed River down there on the Queensland New South Wales border. Biometeorology New South Wales. Actually, we'll start off with Queensland. Severe thunderstorm warning remains current for damaging winds, heavy rainfall, large hailstones for the central Highland Coalfields, the central west Capricornia, Wide Bay, Burnett, the Darley Downs, Granite Belt and the southeast coast forecast districts. Severe thunderstorms likely to produce damaging winds over the next several hours in parts of the central Highland Coalfields, the central west Capricornia, Wide Bay, Burnett, Darley Downs and Granite Belt districts. Locations which may be affected include Kingaroy, Taroom, Tambo, Monto, Springshaw and the Carnarvon National Park. Severe thunderstorms likely to produce damaging winds, heavy rainfall, may lead to flash flooding, large hailstones over the next several hours in parts of the southeast coast districts. Locations which may be affected include Springbrook. However, the warning for the southeast corner has been cancelled, although the information is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Biometeorology New South Wales has a severe thunderstorm warning for heavy rainfall, large hailstones, damaging winds for the northern rivers, parts of the Northern Tablelands Forecast Districts. Severe thunderstorms likely to produce heavy rainfall, may lead to flash flooding, large hailstones, damaging winds in the warning area over the next several hours. Locations which may be affected: Lismore, Grafton, Tenterfield, Casino, Kyogle and Maclean. Severe thunderstorm activity no longer occurring in the mid-north coast and therefore the warning has been cancelled. Repeating, the Bureau of Meteorology New South Wales has a severe thunderstorm warning for heavy rainfall, large hailstones, damaging winds. The warning remains in place for the northern rivers and the Northern Tablelands Districts. While severe thunderstorms have eased in the Somerset and Scenic Rim, Moreton Bay Council areas, the Bureau cancelled the local warning at 17:08 Australian Eastern Standard Time. Severe thunderstorms in the warning area have temporarily ease. However, the redevelopment of severe thunderstorms remain likely over the southern border ranges. The situation is currently being monitored. Bureau of Meteorology will issue further warnings if needed. And this is one of my two webcams at my HQ, Brisbane region, and it is pointing eastward. By switching cameras, it allows me to bring up other information. On the screen, there's the warning area. Carnarvon National Park, Monto, Eidsfield, Gayndah, Sherburne, Kingaroy, Taroom. And the New South Wales Queensland border ranges. In a line east of Warwick across to Coolangatta. This is Force 13's Australia Oceania channel. We've decided to go live covering the severe thunderstorm activity. My name is David Tones. In addition to what's taking place on the local weather scene, if you haven't checked our previous two video updates, invitation is there. The Fiji Meteorological Agency upgraded 99P, although the classification is done by another agency. They now have Trouble Disturbance 03F. Severe thunderstorms likely to produce damaging winds over the next several hours in parts of the Central Highlands, the Coalfields, Central West, Capricornia, Rye Bay, Burnett, The Darling Downs and Granite Belt Districts, locations which may be affected: Kingaroy, Taroom, Tambo, Monte, Springshaw, Carnarvon National Park. On the screen is the New South Wales warning area. Severe thunderstorms likely to produce heavy rainfall, may lead to flash flooding. Large hailstones, damaging winds in the warning area over the next several hours. Locations which may be affected include Lismore, Grafton, Tenterfield, Casino, Kyogle and Maclean. This is for heavy rainfall, large hailstones and damaging winds. And shortly we'll have a look at the radar situation. We'll start off with the Grafton. Oh boy, what a picture. This is Forza 13, Australia Oceania Channel. There is a possibility that we could see upwards of 200 millimetres. It looks like we might be in for a wet Christmas day. This is the Grafton radar, and we're looking at the 126 kilometre loop. Observation at Lismore Airport, 1006 hectopascals, nearly 1007. I prefer to use millibars. Temperature 26.4. The winds 24, gusting 39 kilometres an hour, or 13 knots, gusting 21. That's at the Lismore Airport. 0.2 of a millimetre so far. Repeating, BYO Meteorology New South Wales, Queensland have severe thunderstorm warnings in place. This is Force 13 live at 17:25 hours. Now we have a look at the 256 kilometre loop. It looks like a bit of an intense cell just to the west of Byron Bay. The storm activity seems to be tracking northeast, and it looks like it's going to be the Gold Coast area. As mentioned, the Bureau of Meteorology Queensland has cancelled the local warning for the southeast corner, although the general warning still covers the region. Bureau of Meteorology will update their general warning here in Queensland at 8:05 PM or 2000 hours. The general warning says if severe thunderstorms develop in the southeast Queensland area, east of Dalby from Rainbow Beach to Southall, a more detailed severe thunderstorm warning will be issued. Now we're back to the Brisbane radar, and you can see the activity tracking northeast, and some of it's to the west of Somerset Dam. Now we have a look at the area further south. This is Force 13's AU channel, providing coverage of severe thunderstorm activity for the northern parts of New South Wales and here in Queensland. Now we have a look at the Brisbane Doppler radar. This is Force 13 AU. We've decided to go live considering the severe thunderstorm activity to impact the northern parts of coastal New South Wales, southeast of Queensland and other areas. And whilst we have a look at the Doppler wind radar, the Joint Typhoon Warning Centre has upgraded 99p from low to medium for further development. And as mentioned in our update, area convection previously located near 5.5 south, 176.1 degrees east. Correction, that's looks like they might have an error in their advisory. Actually, it's 6.8 degrees south, 176.4 degrees east, 887 nautical miles west-northwest of Pago Pago, America Samoa. Animated multispectral satellite imagery depicts a broad elongated low-level circulation centre obscured by pockets of flaring convection. A ASCAT pass showed an elongated area of troughing with 15 to 20 knot vertical correction, 15 knot winds displaced from the centre. Invest 99p is passing through a favourable environment for development with low 10 to 15 knots, vertical wind shear, very warm 31 Celsius, sea surface temperatures, poleward outflow aloft. Dynamic models generally agree that the system will continue to track southward, consolidate, intensify over the next 24 to 48 hours. The NAFGEM model is providing a south-southwest solution. Maximum sustained surface winds estimated at 20 to 25 knots. Minimum sea level pressure is estimated to be around the 1002 millibars. The potential for the development of a significant tropical cyclone within the next 24 hours is upgraded to medium. Repeating Joint Typhoon Warning Centre has upgraded their position. Re 99p, the Fiji Meteorological Service, they've tagged it as tropical disturbance 03F. The centre's upgraded from low to medium. Force 13's main channel is providing regular updates on the typhoon impacting the Philippines. And we're just waiting for the Bureau Meteorology to possibly reintroduce a severe thunderstorm warning for the southeast corner of Queensland. Our chat is also open if you'd like to post any questions. We'll attempt to answer. However, the decision to go live was made due to the severe thunderstorm warnings. And here in Queensland, severe thunderstorm warning is covering damaging winds, heavy rainfall with large hailstones for the central Highlands, Coalfields, the central west, Capricornia, Wide Bay, Burnett, Darley Downs, the Granite Belt, the southeast coast forecast districts. Bureau Meteorology New South Wales has updated. Severe thunderstorm warning for heavy rainfall, large hailstones, damaging winds for the Northern Rivers, Northern Tablelands Forecast Districts. Locations which may be affected include Lismore, Murwillumbah, Casino, Kyogle, Karaki and Tabelam. Apology if I haven't pronounced that right. Severe thunderstorms likely to produce heavy rainfall which may lead to flash flooding, large hailstones, damaging winds in the warning area over the next several hours. The music you're listening to is part of the Force 13's musical collection. And what's happening in the other states? Bureau of Meteorology Victoria has a strong wind warning for the western port and central coast. They've cancelled one for the east Gippsland coast. South Australia, no warnings. No warnings in Tasmania. And there's a severe thunderstorm warning for the Darwin City out to Darwin for damaging winds for the Cox Peninsula Darwin areas. Severe thunderstorms currently impacting Darwin, moving west towards the Cox Peninsula. The Bureau of Meteorology warns that 1640 potential severe thunderstorms were detected on the weather radar near the Darwin City, northern suburbs of Channel Island, Wickham Point, Darwin Harbour, the mouth of the Darwin Harbour, and the forecast affect Charles Point. I think it's Bellewin and Mandora by 1710. Damaging winds likely. 93 km/h wind gusts was recorded at Darwin Harbour at 16:30 Central Standard Time, I think that is. And what's happening over in the WA? Strong wind warning for the Perth local waters, Nigaloo, Gascoyne, Perth, Bunbury, Grafton, Leon coast. Fire weather warnings remain in place for the South Interior Fire District. Very hot, dry conditions, moderate to fresh southeasterly winds. Fire weather warning for the Coalfields, Ikuda, South Interior Fire Weather Districts. Very hot, dry conditions through the Coalfields, South Interior Ikuda, with fresh and gusty southeasterly winds expected during the day. And for the rest of today, extreme fire danger for the South Interior, severe fire danger for the Coalfields, Ikuda. Bureau Meteorology will update one of their warnings at the top of this hour. There's the Force 13 live. Whilst we wait for the Bureau to update, the Bureau of Meteorology, Northern Territory, tropical cyclone outlook for the northern region, including the Gulf of Carpentaria. Whilst there are no significant tropical lows in the region, none expected to develop during the next 3 days, percentages remaining very low for Christmas Day, Boxing Day, Friday. A trough may develop over the southern Timor Sea during the weekend or early next week. Repeating, whilst there are no significant tropical lows in the region, none expected to develop during the next 3 days, a trough may develop over the southern Timor Sea during the weekend or early next week. And what's going on in the capital cities? 23.7 Sydney, 23.3 Melbourne, 26.7 here in Brisbane, Perth 29.4, Adelaide 30, Hobart 16.7, Canberra 22.4, Darwin 27. Possible shower Sydney, hazy Melbourne, shower, possible storm Brisbane, mostly sunny Perth, also in Adelaide, partly cloudy Hobart, smoky partly cloudy Canberra, partly cloudy in Darwin. Severe thunderstorm activity impacting parts of the Northern Territory including Darwin, Northern Rivers or Districts, New South Wales, and parts of Queensland. Bureau Meteorology WA tropical cyclone outlook for the western region. Whilst there are no significant lows in the western region at present, none expected to develop over the next 3 days. In the longer term, trough expected to develop over the northern Kimberley adjacent waters over the weekend, leading to increased risk of a tropical cyclone for the northern Western Australia next week. Repeating, in the longer term, a trough is expected to develop over the northern Kimberley adjacent waters over the weekend, leading to an increased risk of a tropical cyclone for northern Western Australia next week. Percentages: Christmas Day, Boxing Day, Friday remain very low. And our thoughts go to the people that have been severely impacted via loss of property, loss of their homes. And a special shout out to our volunteers, especially fire rescue. And we're coming up to 1800 hours. Christmas Eve 2019. There's Force 13's AU channel. And this severe thunderstorm activity continues to develop. 1802 hours. This Force 13 AU live. My name is David Tones, and the Bureau was supposed to update 1800 hours, but that was a slight mistake. 1810 hours is the next update. Repeating severe thunderstorm warning for the southeast Queensland region, which was for the Somerset, the Scenic Rim and the Moreton Bay Council areas, was cancelled. However, the general warning remains in place. That's the one that we're rating for the update. The damaging winds, heavy rainfall, large hailstones for people in parts of the central Highland Coalfields, Central West, Capricornia, Wide Bay, Burnett, Darley Downs to Granite Belt, and including the South East Coast Forecast Districts. Severe thunderstorms likely to produce the damaging winds over the next several hours. The Central Highland Coalfields, Central West, Capricornia, Wide Bay, Burnett, Darley Downs to Granite Belt, and locations which could be affected: Kingaroy, Taroom, Tambo, Monto, Springshore, Carnarvon National Park. And the Bureau of Meteorology in New South Wales has updated the severe thunderstorm warning for the northern rivers, the tablelands, heavy rainfall, large hailstones, damaging winds. And the Bureau will update 21 or 40 hours. Bureau of Meteorology in New South Wales has cancelled the hazardous surf warning. And whilst we wait for the Bureau to update the Queensland information, what's going on down there in Tasmania? There's no warnings. And compare this picture to this time last night, it's definitely more intense tonight. And looks like the Gold Coast, I'm just checking another screen. Yeah, it looks like the intense activity is Munnimbimby up to Mawinaba to Springbrook. And I'm just looking for a observation. The Lismore Airport rainfall as at 1900 hours is 17.2 millimetres. It was 0.2 an hour ago, so 17 millimetres in the last hour. Although looking at the screen, it's actually indicating 19. This is Force 13 Live. We're providing coverage re the severe thunderstorm activity impacting northern New South Wales and the central Highland Coalfields, central west Capricornia, Wide Bay, Burnett, Darley Downs and Granite and the southeast Queensland region. On the screen it's a live webcam at the mouth of the Tweed River. This is one of two cameras, and this one I think is located near the Volunteer Marine Rescue at Point Danger. This is Force 13 live. On the screen is the latest tropical cyclone formation probability guide. We have tropical disturbance 03F or 99P. Joint Typhoon Warning Centre has updated their position from low to medium for further intensification or development. Area convection invest 99p is about 887 nautical miles west-northwest of Pago Pago, American Samoa. Animated multispectral satellite imagery depicts a broad elongated low-level circulation centre. And I'll bring some information to you. Whilst I search for it, this is another look at my live webcam, and it's facing east. Now what we'll do is have a look at the NOAA floaters. On the Invest 99p. And on the screen is a look at Invest 99p, tropical disturbance 03p, heading for tropical cyclone status. Tropical disturbance 03, 1002 millibars, position poor based on the Himawari 8 visible imagery, and remains slow moving. Deep convection lies to the north and east of the supposed low-level circulation centre with poor organisation. The system lies under a upper ridge with good outflow in a low sheared environment. Cyclonic circulation extends up to 700 millibars, and sea surface temperatures around 31 Celsius. And you can clearly see that it is developing. The cloud tops are definitely cooling or getting colder, and that is the white and black. Global models are picking the system up and gradually moving it southwards. And as mentioned earlier in our broadcast, one model, I think it's the NAFJAM, is indicating a possible south-southwest. And if that happens, Vanuatu. However, what's Vanuatu Meteorological Agency or office saying? they have no information. And we'll switch to the visible on 99p. Sea surface temperatures 30, 31 Celsius. The Joy Typhoon Warning Centre at this point in time has issued a tropical cyclone formation alert for 99p. However, that could happen tomorrow or Boxing Day. It's force 13 at 18:21 Queensland time. Bureau Meteorology has updated severe thunderstorm warning for damaging winds, heavy rainfall for the central Highlands, Coalfields, the central west Capricornia, Wide Bay, Burnett, the southeast coast forecast districts. Severe thunderstorms no longer occurring in the Darling Downs and Granite Belt, and the warning has been cancelled. Severe thunderstorms likely to produce heavy rainfall, may lead to flash flooding over the next several hours over the far southern border ranges of the southeast coast district. Locations which may be affected: Bow Desert and Springbrook. Severe thunderstorms likely to produce damaging winds over the next several hours for the central Highland Coalfields, central west Capricornia. They've actually expanded that to take in the Capricornia, the Wide Bay, Burnett districts. Locations which may be affected: Bellarina, Monto, Walderson, Swingshaw, Carnarvon National Park and Gingin. So the Bureau has actually expanded the warning area, and I'll bring it up on the screen shortly. And there are no significant tropical lows in the region, none expected to develop over the next 3 days for the Coal Sea region. And for the tropical cyclone outlook for the northern region, including the Gulf of Carpentaria, a trough may develop over the southern Timor Sea during the weekend or early next week. Percentages for Christmas Day, Boxing Day and Friday remain very low. That's the tropical cyclone outlook for the northern region, including the Gulf of Carpentaria. And just a bit of fine tuning with the screenshots. This is the area under the warning. So that's the latest information. We will stop transmissions, but we may come back live, but it depends on the conditions. Please stay tuned to the channel, as there will be regular updates over the Christmas period. The Force 13's main channel is also providing coverage to what we're classing as a typhoon heading for the Philippines.